Guys, welcome to Football of NG. Wow, we're going to be focusing on Manchester City and Manchester United. It is going to be a super Sunday at the Etihad Stadium. Well, Manchester City have actually lost 3 games in a row for the very first time since 2018. Unthinkably under Pep Guardiola, yet there we are here. And on Sunday, it's derby day at the Etihad. Manchester United under Ruben Amorim sends blood in the water. Can the Red Devils power on the mystery, or will City champions mentality roll back to life? Now, if you want to enjoy this breakdown, click on the like, follow, and also subscribe to our channel for you to get more of this breakdown every week. Now, let's go into business. Let's set the stage. City are coming off back-to-back Premier League defeats. First was a 2-0 loss at home to Thomas Frank's Tottenham Hotspur. Then a 2-1 defeat at Brighton under Fabian Ozela. It means Guardiola had 2 weeks to reflect during the international break. 2 weeks of frustration and also 2 weeks of preparation for Pep Guardiola. United's form hasn't been convincing either. Just 1 win from 3 league matches, and the solitary victory came in chaos fashion against Burnley. A 3-2 thriller that left so many questions and also answers. Still, it was a much needed boost for Amorim's men, and heading into this derby, confidence will be cautious but real. City are vulnerable, and United wants to expose that vulnerability in Manchester City's defense. Now, let's look at City's tactical weakness. So, where exactly are City struggling? Interestingly, the issue are not entirely new. Even last season, Crystal Palace Olivier Glasner highlighted 3 key weaknesses in Manchester City's tactics. One is a lack of intensity in their press when dragged high and wide. Secondly, the space around the pivots, especially when Rodri or his replacement is actually totally isolated. And the third weakness they have is they are very vulnerable in set pieces. They conceded many goals through set pieces last season. Famously exploited these ideas, holding City 2-2 in the league and then beating them 1-0 in the FA Cup final. More recently, Brighton and Spurs used similar principles. Long balls into space behind City's high line, runners breaking through the half spaces, and quick switches of play that stretched Guardiola's compact shape. When City's press is bypassed, they look very much exposed. And that's exactly the area where United can actually strike and actually move in their own technique. On the other hand, for Ruben Amorim's tactical philosophy, it actually matches up well against these weaknesses of Manchester City. United's 3-4-3 shape offers natural width with wing backs, but more importantly, it gives them vertical outlets. If players like Amad Diallo or Bryan Mbeumo can pull wide and attack the space behind City's fullbacks, it forces their centre backs into uncomfortable position. The big question is Benjamin Sesko. The £74 million summer signing has only started once so far for Manchester United. But this feels like the perfect game to unleash him. His pace and movement in behind could stretch City's backline and open up the space for Bruno Fernandes to dictate play. If Matheus Cunha recover from injury, a front three of Sesko, Mbeumo, and Cunha offers pressing intensity and also direct running. Exactly the kind of tools needed to punish Manchester City's high line. Even in midfield, the energy of Kobe Mino alongside Fernandes could disrupt City's build-up and capitalize on those pockets of space around the pivots. Well, the selection will be very, very crucial. They will be very, very crucial. The selection will be very, very crucial. Amorim has the luxury of one game a week until December, which means he can field his strongest lineup without worrying about fatigue. One possible 11 looks like this for Manchester City because they have just only one game per week till December. They can start their strongest team because they are out in almost all the competition apart from the FA Cup, which will start next year. Well, in goal, we have Lamens, the new signing from Antwerp, could even make his debut. A battery of Euro, Delight, and Shaw. Wingbacks, Ahmad and Dogu. While they're actually providing width from the wing back. Mino and Fernandes in the midfield, and the front three of Mbeumo, Sesko, and Cunha, if Cunha is available. And if Cunha is unavailable, Mount will actually come in for him. That's a both balanced lineup, and it gives United a clear route to hurting Manchester City. That is Manchester United lineup, predicted lineup from us, Football Hub NG, against Man City. Now, let's look at Man City lineup, potential lineup to start the match. Well, we have new signing Donnarumma in the post. We have Nunes, Stones, Diaz, and Aït-Nouri in the back line. We have Rodri in the midfield. We have Bob, Rajna, Silva, and Doku assisting Haaland up front. That is the predicted lineup from Football Hub NG for Manchester City against Manchester United. So now, how does this play out? City are at home. They are very much at home. They are wounded. They have had time to reset. Never underestimate Guardiola's response to setbacks. But right now, the vulnerabilities are real. United, with Amorim's tactical discipline and Sesko's potential breakout moments, can absolutely cause problems for Manchester City. Well, my prediction is a very derby. Is a very, very first one. City dominating possession, but United finding joy on the counter. I would say Manchester City 2, Manchester United 2. The points are shared equally. But the question remains for both sides. Do you think City will bounce back? Or can United deliver a derby day statement at the Etihad Stadium? Drop your score prediction below. Hit the like button if you actually enjoy this tactical breakdown. And don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification button for more Premier League preview and analysis every week. This is Football Hub NG. Thank you for watching and God bless.